I have the honor today to read a tribute called My Tribute to Artie, written by Hellon McGill Merrifield. And as I was reading over this tribute, I thought to myself, these were some very special years that Helen spent as a child having a whole lot of fun with Artie. Arthur Randall Sanders, Jr., Artie. Fort Myers, Florida News Press, Sunday, June 16, 1951. The Salvation Army is expanding its work into southwest Florida with the arrival of Captain and Mrs. Arthur R. Sanders to establish the first post between Sarasota and Miami. Captain and Mrs. Sanders, with their son, Arthur, Jr., 11, were sent here from a command in Waycross, Georgia. One of the first things to take place was a series of revival meetings where a large tent was erected. The revival stretched into 6 weeks. 60 converts were made during those 6 weeks. I was one of those 60 converts. That's when I met Artie. We were both 11 years old. Artie was a cute kid, the preacher's kid, and well-loved by everyone. He was a good cornet player. Other news articles indicated that he was often a guest with his parents, and they presented music together during various community meetings. He was a poster child to advertise the need of musical instruments. Thus, a core band was formed. I remember that Artie enjoyed coming to our house. He was an only child at that time, and the McGill family already had 5 kids. Another attraction for him was that we had a variety of animals: rabbits, chickens, a pig named Susie, a turkey named Gabby, a dog named Boy, and a horse named Lady. His favorite of the animals was Lady, the horse. One day, Artie and I took the horse for a ride in our rural neighborhood. Artie was at the reins and I was sitting just behind him. When we headed toward home, Artie told me to go ahead and switch the horse to give us a little bit more speed. I switched the horse, and out of nowhere came a big collie dog. The dog lunged at us, taking the switch from my hand, and in the process scratched the hip of the horse. The horse reared, bucked, and Artie and I were thrown off. I injured my hip, and a neighbor kindly drove us home. The neighbor explained that the dog was not trying to hurt us, but was trying to protect the horse from the whip. Artie was not physically injured, but his 12-year-old pride was. Artie was an adventurous spirit. We had an open Jeep and a sister who was just as adventurous and daredevilish as Artie, maybe even more. Artie liked to ride the Jeep with my sister Pat. They liked to drive fast and take the curves on 2 wheels. He loved the thrill as she did. Pat was 4 years older, and Artie thought she hung the moon. Thankfully, there were no accidents and no one was injured during their wild adventures. There was a good group of young people, and we all enjoyed being together. We enjoyed outings at the Fort Myers beach, camping at Camp Keystone, and youth councils in Jacksonville, Florida. We were soldiers, bandsmen, songsters, corkedettes, and life was good. The Sanders were our officers for 2.5 years before they were transferred to Rome, Georgia. We had never said goodbye before to a set of Corps officers, and they were our first. We were heartbroken. During the ensuing years, we never lost touch with the couple who had led us to Jesus. Artie eventually faded from the scene for a long period, but we were thrilled when he returned to the fellowship of believers and took a strong stand in the Atlanta Temple Corps. He was a fun-loving kind of guy, but very serious about his position in the Corps. and he had a special love for young people that he ministered to. He wore his uniform well and reminded us of his dad. Though time may pass, a memory stays, reminding us of happy days and of the people who have touched our lives. Artie, you will always be remembered with love and with a smile. You will be missed. Written by Hellon McGill Merrifield.